In a move that has set tongues wagging across the entertainment world, British talk show legend Graham Norton reportedly turned down a request from Meghan Markle to promote the second season of her podcast-turned-visual project, Love of Meghan, on his BBC show. Sources close to the production claim Meghan's team was insistent, even demanding that she be given a promotional segment on the highly rated talk show. Norton, however, wasn't having it, and the reason behind his refusal may reflect more than just a scheduling conflict. It highlights a growing fatigue in the entertainment industry, with Meghan's relentless self-promotion and a larger credibility issue she can no longer sweep under the royal carpet. Over the past few years, Meghan Markle has positioned herself as a victim of royal oppression, a misunderstood progressive, and a modern icon of feminism. However, critics argue that behind the polished monologues and curated appearances lies a figure increasingly desperate for media relevance, one who often manipulates her narrative while simultaneously demanding unwavering public sympathy. Norton's reported rejection wasn't just a denial of airtime. It was, arguably, a statement that the British public and media elite are growing tired of Meghan's one-dimensional branding of herself as the world's perpetual underdog. Graham Norton, known for his sharp wit and refusal to pander to celebrity egos, allegedly saw Markle's request as a PR move too self-serving to entertain. It felt like she wasn't coming on as a guest, but as a commercial, an insider revealed. Norton's show, though star-studded, is widely respected for its blend of lighthearted banter and genuine entertainment, not for serving as a platform for personal rebranding exercises. The rejection, then, wasn't personal, it was professional and telling. What makes this situation particularly striking is the pattern it fits into. Meghan has frequently used her royal ties as both shield and sword, attacking the institution while profiting off its imagery. From her interview with Oprah to the now flagging Spotify and Netflix deals, the Duchess of Sussex's media ventures have walked a fine line between confession and commercialization. The Love of Meghan series is no different. Critics have described the first season as an audio diary of grievances, thinly disguised as empowerment. Its poor reception, marked by lukewarm listener numbers and critical reviews, made it clear that Meghan's media appeal might not be as magnetic as she hoped. Still, rather than recalibrate or evolve her storytelling, Meghan has doubled down. According to industry insiders, Season 2 of Love of Meghan focuses again on her journey through adversity, this time with an even heavier dose of misunderstood icon branding. This would have made Norton's platform all the more valuable, not because it's the ideal match for the show's tone, but because it offers legitimacy Meghan desperately needs. And this is where the story becomes especially ironic. Meghan Markle, a woman who has long rallied against elitist exclusion, is reportedly furious at being excluded from one of Britain's most influential entertainment circles. A source close to the Duchess allegedly claimed she was seething at Norton's refusal, considering it an example of the media's ongoing bias against her. But critics argue that this isn't bias, it's simply the media no longer taking the bait. There's also the broader public sentiment to consider. Meghan's approval ratings in the UK have declined significantly since her departure from the royal family. A recent YouGov poll showed that more than half of Brits hold a negative view of her, a statistic that cuts through the notion that she's merely a misunderstood figure. The public frustration doesn't just stem from her decision to leave royal duties, it's the inconsistency between her claimed values and public behavior. Preaching compassion while engaging in legal spats, urging privacy while collaborating on documentaries, the contradictions are now impossible to ignore. In contrast, Graham Norton represents the media ethos that still prizes authenticity, even in entertainment. His refusal to indulge Meghan's promotional ambitions wasn't cruel. It was a defense of integrity. His show's format thrives on spontaneity, wit, and mutual respect between host and guest. To shoehorn in a one-sided PR segment would have compromised that dynamic. That Norton reportedly said no, knowing full well the backlash he could receive, speaks volumes about how seriously he takes his role, and how little he's willing to bend to privilege, even royal-adjacent privilege. This incident might be a tipping point. As Hollywood and media circles recalibrate post-Meghan mania, the realization seems to be settling in. Relentless victimhood without introspection or change has a shelf life. If Meghan Markle truly wants to be taken seriously as a creative voice or cultural commentator, she may need to stop blaming the world for her narrative falling flat and start revisiting how she tells it. In the end, Graham Norton didn't snub Meghan out of malice. He likely did it to maintain the balance of his show and to reflect the public's growing skepticism. His refusal, now making headlines, is far more than a scheduling decision. It's a mirror, one that Meghan Markle may no longer be able to avoid. The fallout from this quiet but firm rebuff has been louder than Meghan may have anticipated. According to insiders, the Duchess and her PR team were banking on the Graham Norton show appearance to jumpstart renewed interest in her brand, particularly after recent setbacks. With Spotify terminating their multi-million-dollar deal and Netflix reportedly cooling on further solo Markle projects, the urgency for a successful season 2 of Love of Meghan has grown dramatically. The show's premise, centered on Meghan's voice, her truth, her struggles, is now being perceived less as fresh content and more as recycled self-promotion lacking in perspective and innovation. Worse yet, the refusal has opened the door for other industry figures to quietly distance themselves. Several UK-based production insiders have noted that aligning too closely with Meghan's media ventures comes with reputational risks. There's always drama, one producer commented. It's hard to engage with someone whose brand seems built on division, either you're with her or you're silenced. This perceived absolutism in Meghan's approach, demanding support and interpreting rejection as betrayal, has begun to alienate even those who were once sympathetic. In a landscape where authenticity matters more than ever, Meghan's increasingly rehearsed tone and her over-reliance on victimhood narratives appear tone-deaf. In contrast, Norton's show continues to thrive by embracing a wide range of personalities, celebrities who bring humor, humanity, and humility to the couch. Markle's request reportedly lacked all three. As the dust settles, it's becoming clearer, Meghan may have once commanded the spotlight effortlessly, but in today's world, relevance requires more than grievances and glossy monologues. It requires a willingness to engage, to evolve, and, perhaps, to listen as much as speak. Until then, doors like Norton's may continue to remain politely but firmly closed.